Hello everyone, welcome to the BISP Solutions. My name is Anjali, and as we have covered the workforce financial planning during the previous sessions, only one topic is left, and today we'll be going to discuss employee demographics, right? And in the yesterday's session, one more topic was left, retirement and transfer was completed. The resignation process should be discussed today. Okay, so let's get started. Let's have a quick recap, till now, whatever we have covered. Firstly, we have setting up the EPBCS workforce module. For that, initially we have created the application, then we have enabled the workforce business process, then we were configured the workforce process. Okay, after that, once the module we have done the setup completed, then we have load the metadata and data, historical data. Then after that, we have done the setting up workforce planning assumptions, and you know it very well that without setting the assumptions and default, we will not get the desired calculations. So it is very important to complete the assumptions first, and after that set the defaults. Once it is all done, we have to do the employee hiring process. If I want to hire a new employee in my company, so firstly what I have to do the hiring process. Once it is done, I have to configure the additional earning benefits and taxes. After that, apart from that, performance metrics we have already discussed. Then partial payment factor, we have discussed that in case of maternity leave, that's an example. And after all this, now the thing remain, we have already covered the transfer and retirement process. Today we will be see how to do the resignation in place if the employee wants to take resignation. So how the calculation take place in the application, that will be discussed today. Also, we will be completing the employee demographics and skills. So firstly, we will be seeing what is the meaning of resignation. Generally, we all know if an employee wants to quit the company, so it is simply called the resignation. But let's see the definition. What definition says. Resignation means you have opted to leave your job voluntarily. Here, the employee wants to leave his job voluntarily. The reason for leaving could be that maybe he found a better job, or he didn't like the company environment and all. Alternatively, maybe he wants to take a break from working. Depending on his situation, resignation could be temporary or permanent, right? So as I have told you guys that if an employee wants to take a break for 1 year or 2 years, so it is called the temporary resignation. But if he wants to quit the company permanently and wants to join a new company or new business, so it will be termed as a permanent resignation. For example, some may resign from their job to take a year off only to decide they do not want to return to work, right? Therefore, he can take a temporary resignation which can extend to a permanent one. Suppose he wants to take a long break, and in that break he decides he would not continue his job. He wants to switch in business, doing a business. So he can extend that temporary resignation to a permanent resignation. Okay, and we have already discussed the departure process. So when if such individual shall have ceased to be employed by the company or subsidiary of the company prior to the effective time, then it is termed as departing employee. Then if shall have expressed an intention to decline to accept employment with parent, then it is termed as the departing employee. And also shall have expressed an intention to discontinue prior to or after the closing his or her employment with the parent or any acquired corporation, so that will be termed as retirement or debarred. Because in case of retirement, the employee not voluntarily but he cannot continue due to the age he covers the age that is fixed by the government or by the company. So he have to take off from the company, that is termed as retirement. And departing is, we can say retirement as departing, because not voluntarily he quit the company, because in that case that will be termed as resignation. But when the employee have to leave the office, leave the company, because he completed a certain age limit, and he may be done some kind of activity which the company do not want to continue him as an employee for themselves, in that case also we can say the departing the employee term, right? So this is the simple terminologies. Now let's check whether how we can done this in the application. Transfer, I think you all have understand the transfer process, how we can do that. Like we have transferred an employee in the month of May. The source is accounting director. So from the sales US entity, he was working as an accounting director, but now we want to transfer him or her in the other department, that is manufacturing US, that is also the second entity of our company. So if we want to transfer him in some other kind of entity with the other designation, that is from accounting director, now we want to make him a finance director. So in that case we have to feed that basic details and launch this. Once it is done, you can see after running all that 3 business rules which we have discussed, you will be getting that only till April the previous sales US will be showing till April the calculations, and from May you can see the May calculation can be seen from the entity in which he is shifting, manufacturing US. So from May to December the calculation can be seen over here in the manufacturing US. And if talking about his previous company, so from February to April, when he joined the company, that is the month of February, and when he transferred the month of May, so till April the calculation took place, right? So now let's quickly move to application and check how we can make the resignation process, how we can do that. So I have already logged into my instance. This is our application EPBCSWF, that is workforce. Now quickly moving to the compensation planning. Okay, so here this is the window of manage employee. Here you can see an IT manager. Currently we have hired an employee with the designation of IT manager, and he is currently terming as hiring requisition 1. Employment type is regular. Start date is 1st of January 24, and FT assumption is 1. I have taught you about FTE, that is full-time employee. And here you can see his application union code, hiring status is new. Now let's associate this employee with the already existed employee. So for that let me check whether it is already associated with the existing employees or not. So yeah, it is associated. That is why it is coming under the Starcrob heading, that is finance director, IT manager and manager. Now I just want to make the resignation process for this particular employee. So let's see what calculations currently showing for this employee, that is IT manager. Currently the status is showing as active. You can see that. Now if I click on employee details, what I will be getting now, IT manager Starcrob, each and everything is selected. The entity is finance US. Actually earlier he was working for the sales US, but we have transferred him in some other kind of department, so that is why currently the entity is finance US. Now you can see from January to December whole calculation we can see here. And here the two things we can see: the grade 1, that is the basic pay and merit increase. If we want to check some other benefits and additional earnings over here and taxes as well, so we have to do this. Firstly, assumptions we have to set for that, and after that defaults. I have already done that, but I don't know why it is not showing, so let's try once more. Let's go to the assumptions. From here you can select your entity. Each and everything is already filled, that is hours per day 8, hours per day is 8, hours per week is 40, working days per month is 22, and partial payment factor is 100%. And merit month I have selected as August, and cutoff date is July. Okay, now save this, and let's move ahead. Here in the grade 1 the value is already updated, that is 8 lakh for the annual basis. I have provided the salary for the annual basis, and the merit rates are like if he worked exceed expectations, so 10%, meet expectation then 5%, and below expectation then 3%. So it is all about the assumptions. Now let's move to the defaults. So you can see the IT manager has already been said, that assumptions the grade 1 has selected. From here we can change the grades also, but I want him in the grade 1, so he will be getting the salary according to the grade 1 rate, right? And in the additional earnings, if we move to this, then accommodation allowance, house rent allowance, and transport allowance, each is already set to the finance US, so I don't think there should be any kind of issue. We will be running the business rules also. Then IT manager, if talking about the benefits, so I provided medical contribution and maternity leave to him. Save. And if talking about the taxes, so social security tax and income tax he have to pay, right? Save this. Now let's quickly move to the manage employee window. Click or right click on IT manager, and your business rule, synchronize component definition. After that, synchronize defaults. Then calculate compensation. Currently you can see the status of this employee is showing as active, right? IT manager. Once we will be doing the resignation step, then the status will automatically showing as resigned. Okay, and no calculation can be seen at that time. Why? Because once the employee leaves the organization, he will not be entitled to get any kind of defaults and additional earnings. So that is why even though the basic salary also, so it will be showing as a blank, but if you see it now, so it will be properly, you can see, let me show you that. Not IT director, he is IT manager, and Stark Rob is the name of the employee. Currently these things are showing, you can see that. So once it is done, it will be blank. Okay, let me refresh the database because it is not taking the additional earnings and benefits. Okay, let me check in the configuration as well, that I don't think so there should be required any kind of changes, but let me check, because we have already worked on this application, so each and everything is already set there. The entity is finance US. Okay, there is no rate is defined. So let me define this again. First, let's see whether it is a percentage of salary or flat rate. So it is a percentage of salary. So I will be taking as 15%. Here it is showing as 15% of basic salary. Click on save and close. Also, let's done this for the healthcare benefits. Again, the percentage of salary. Let's take a 10% for this healthcare benefit of the basic salary. So here you can see only in January and July, because I have divided this one semi-annually. You can see here semi-annually calendar year. Let's take semi-annually. Okay, let's don't change this. Click on save and close. And go to the additional earnings and check whether for the finance US things are already updated or not. Monthly flat amount, save, next. So I will be taking the amount as 10,000. Why it is not typing? Okay, there is an unlock. Save and next. Now you can see 10,000 rate is defined. Save and close. Same I will do for the house rent allowance. Finance US, the amount is already updated. Let's make this 20,000. Why it is taking this 15? Only December the amount is taken by him. If we will take it as a percentage of salary, then 12% I want to take. Save and next. Okay, now it is again taking the 15%, and only December it is doing the changes. So that I have to check why it is taking the changes only in the last period, previous. Okay, no issues. At least we can now got the calculations, right? So quickly, because currently our purpose is to check the resignation process. So quickly here I am doing the database base refresh. finish, close. Go to the employee details. Select the job, IT manager, star crop, and click on the arrow. Again, it is not taking the calculation. Let's run the business rules again. This is already correct. This is also correct. Now let's recap the defaults. Finance, US, IT manager, social security tax and income tax, accommodation, house rent and transport, benefits. I think option and grades, union code are also correct. Okay, I'm again repeating the process, running the 3 business rules. Calculate compensation, and it is successfully done. So again, I hope now it should take the values over the benefits and additional earnings. Still it is not taking. So for now, I'm just considering the, I will check it after that. But for now, I will show you how to do the resignation process for this current employee which is active now. You can see currently the grade 1 and merit increase amount you can see, but once the resignation done, you will be seeing you will be checking the blank amount over there. Okay, so currently the status is active. Okay, right click and click on plan departure. When we want to transfer the employee, so we have to click on this transfer employees, and now we want to make the resign of the employees. So plan departure, and in what month you want to do the resignation. Let's take the March. Okay, and if when you click on the action, so there you will be getting the 2 options, departed and the resigned. So in case of retirement, you have to select this one, departed, and if he resigned the company, so you will have to select this. Click on launch. So only 2 months he worked, January and February, and in the March he wants to take resignation. Plan departure was successful. Now you can see the status is showing as resigned, because, and also you can see the compensation. Total compensation is here, and as I told you how to do the data validation, so you can follow those steps also to check the compensation whether it is calculated correctly or not. But now you can see the resign. Let's check the calculations, what will be the impact on that. So you can clearly see that only January and February the amount can be visible. See, and from March he resigned the job. That is why March to December, there is blank, no calculations can be seen over here. Only January and February it is taking in the quarter 1. So this is the way how we can do the resignation process. Now quickly I will explain the about the demographics. It is done. If you have any kind of doubts in this transfer and resignation and any other kind of query you have, then you can write on our BISP Solutions, www.BISP Solutions. And now let's go to the home page and let's discuss about this last topic, that is employee demographics. So what is the employee demographics? I think we all know about demographics, right? But let's see the definition, what definition says. Merriam-Webster defines the demographics as the statistical characteristics of human populations such as age or income. An example of a demographic collected in human resources is gender, which may include all employees which is within a particular job. Example, early childhood educator. And what is the demographic profile of the employees? So demographic information examples include age, race, ethnicity, gender, marital status, income, education, and employment. You can easily and effectively collect these types of information with survey questions. What do you mean by workforce demographics? So that is the simple term of demographic profile of the employees. But if we talk about the workforce demographic, so this includes the information such as age, gender, education, and ethnicity of employees. Employee skills. This involves examining the skills and competencies of employees to determine whether they align with the organization's strategic objectives or not. The basic main reason why we are doing this demographics in the workforce, because suppose in my organization I want few employees who are the male employees. I just want to shift few employees in the marketing department, but for that I want few skills in those male employees. So for that I should have a record, no, is those employees are having those skills or not. If not, then I have to hire new employees. If I already have in my office, so I can select those employees. So this is the benefit. If suppose I want a age group of 25 to 30, only I want that age group in some kind of project. So with the help of this employee demographics in the workforce module, we can quickly assess our requirement, right? So this is the benefit of that. So it is normally distributed in terms of gender, age, or ethnicity. Now, if we talk about the demographics of a team, so demographic diversity of members of a team describes differences in observable attributes like gender, age, or ethnicity. If you can see this, in the workforce demographics, you can see the percentage, how much percentage with the age wise. Like if we talk about the 18 to 29 years of old, so female percentages are different and the male percentage are different. So with the help of this, CEO can examine what kind of employees he have and what more he want to hire for the any kind of new projects, right? So this will be helpful for that. If we want to check more, then we can identify how much female employees we have for a particular department and how much more required for any particular department. So you can see here that these two blue women's are 20%, 30%, and 50%. So this can be categorized on the basis of skills they have, on the basis of their age, and the basis of ethnicity. Okay, so let's take this example that in my case, two kind of categories, gender and ethnicity of employees. Ethnicity will be termed in the entity of US only, and here the gender of percentage of employee will be globally checking. Okay, so here I have taken these examples: women in job role, women in technology, women in leadership, and women in support. I want few women in other kind of departments, that is technology, leadership, and support. These skills they should have. So we let's check what how we can do that in the application. So quickly moving to that. Firstly, as we always do, that is go to the application and click on configure the workforce. From here, you can see this option, that is employee demographic. Click on that, and you can see the already available members we have, that is gender, age band, highest education degree, because we have uploaded the metadata of the component, right? So that is why it is, you can see over here the gender, age band and highest qualification degree. Already I have added the new member, that is women in job role, and I will show you how you can add that. And also I have added one more kind of demographics, that is male employees in job role. Okay, so I will show you how you can add it. Click on actions. If apart from that you want, you can add. Click on add, and from here you can see the provided members we have. Then you can also choose the smart list if you have made that, and you can click on the new member if you want to add a new member. Suppose I want to check for employee skill on the basis of skills. Employee as per skills. Okay, and logically it should be a balanced type because we are adding this member, so I'm making this balance. The data storage property should not be changed, it should be stored only. And from here, if you have already built the smart list, so you can select over there, but if not, then again go to the actions and add smart list. There is already a smart list is showing. Click on save. Okay, we can change this now. So I want to give it a name, meaningful name, employee skills. Display order is ID, and go to the entries, click on add. Okay, this is already selected, so let's remove this one. Communication skills, there should not be any kind of a space because it will not take if there is a space. Then leadership skills, but the space can be allowed in the label. Then we have the managerial skills. I've already prepared the smart list. These skills will be checking there. A drop down box I have completed for that. Click on save. We don't want this one, so we can click on delete. Name field cannot be empty. Okay. Why it is not deleting? Okay, let's add one more. Team spirit. So it is saved. So now from here you can select your smart list, employee skills. Okay, once it is done, click on save. The data has been saved. So now we will be doing the database refresh. Finish and go back to your workforce. So now the compensation planning is completed successfully without any errors. Go to the demographics, because now we are doing the employee demographics. From here you can see headcount overview, workforce expenses overview with the help of this window, and the third one is the employee demographics. So go to that, and I have already prepared a list for the gender, male and female. So from here you can select female, and if you want you can create a list of age band also, and from here you can select the higher education degree. How you can do that, I will show you that also. Women in job roles. So we have three kind of categories: women in technology, women in support, and women in leadership. Suppose let's take women in leadership, and if talking about the male employees in job roles, so you can select that also from here. But currently we are talking about this only, employee as per skills. So you can see I have added these skills, the smart list. So I want leadership skills, I want to check that. So in this way you can do this data file complete demographics by employee, and it can be done by the monthly wise or quarterly wise or yearly wise as well. Suppose in the February I want I want to know the data about the women in technology, and here I want managerial skills. So in this way you can do that. From here just select clearly your scenario, version, entity, years, currency, employee and job. Okay, click on save. And you can see the analyst and IT manager are showing as female employee. From here we can change as well, and we can do the employee demographics in this way. So this is all for the day, but let me show you how you can add the age band also. Go to the dimensions. If you have a file, metadata file, so you can import it as well, but if you don't have, then go to this. Here you can see the skill set. Then we have highest education degree, age band. Go to the age band option. When you click on that, currently there is no group, but we can add one. The age between the 15 to 25, store, and smart list. Save this. Again, one more child, we want 30 to 40. The data storage property should be store, and the data type should be smart list, and save this. Okay, after that if you want to categorize with the help of a skill set, so again we can give, I have already given the skills, that is best communication skills, leadership skills and managerial skills, so you can also check that. And in this way you can add things, like if talking about the highest education degree, so you can add over here. Go to the children, and suppose we want MBA in finance, save. Add child, The next child I want to add is MBA in IT. So this is the way how you can add things for us for in the smart list. And now let's refresh the database. Okay, so it is done. Go back to the workforce, demographics, employee demographics, and now we can select the other options as well, because now we have a smart list for the age band also. Suppose we want female employees with the age group of 15 to 25, and they should be highest education degree in MBA finance. The women in job role is women in leadership. You can add like we have added women in job role. From there you can also add the age band and highest education degree also, but from dimensions also you can do that. Suppose I want male employees also who are working in the accountants, male accountants we want. Okay, so with these skills we can get the data. Okay, in this way you can choose others as well. Here we are talking about the female gender, so we should not take this one, no. So let's delete this one. Okay, now it is not changing. Okay, so always take one more option as none. So if you want to change, you can select it as none, right? From here I want a male employee with the age group of 30 to 40, and we want MBA in IT, and here we have to select women in tech, male employees in marketing. So in this way you can select according to your requirement. So this is the way how we can do it. Let's take a snapshot for this and save it for future reference. So guys, this is all about the employee demographics, and if you have any kind of doubts regarding the whole workforce planning financial module, workforce module in the EPBCS, so you can always feel free to ask and write questions over our BISP Solutions. So this is all for the day. Thank you.